Hey all, hello and welcome, Tony Bing here. With the imminent release of the open beta for Marvel Heroes Omega, I've decided to put together a quick video with some tips on how you're best to actually level your craft, or the quickest way to do it so you can get access to all the goodies they offer. Now, I've seen a lot of questions around what you should actually craft, but that will be saved for a later video when I've actually fully leveled my crafter myself, so that way I can have a look at it and have a play around and find out what's the best options to actually go for. So this will be a relatively quick and simple video. If you're used to my other ones, they may be going a bit longer and we've got all the flashy graphics. There'll be nothing like that. I've basically booted up the PlayStation, started recording, and I've ran over what I do to level the crafter, so fingers crossed this will be useful for you. Now, before we actually run through what I find to be the best way to level up your crafters, I'll do a quick rundown of what the different crafters actually provide. The first one we have up here, John Werner, the Logistics Division Quartermaster. This is just really your basic vendor and you can buy and sell from him. What you can buy and sell is actually quite important, and how you do it is also important, but we'll cover that when we look at them in more detail. Over here we have Caitlin Capes, and she's from the Science Division Specialist. Now, she will offer items that can really be used at end game and enchantments you can use to make your end game gear stronger, so you want to concentrate on her once you're level 60. We go further down, we have the Research and Development Analyst, and that's Felicia Holmes. Now, she's very important to leveling your crafter, and again, in a moment we'll discuss how she's able to do that. Finishing up, we've got the one and only Asros. We've got Brian Wagner here, so he's the Engineering Division Specialist. Now, he will actually, once you level him, sell you gear you can actually use while you're leveling. So if you're maybe doing a Prestige, maybe even Cosmic Prestige, then you'll want to go to him to get good pieces of gear so you can get through the mobs quicker, to level up quicker. But what we'll do now is we'll actually look at each of the different 4 crafters in specific detail, and we'll look at them in an order that will hopefully make sense as to how I would go about leveling them quickly. So in order to craft, you really need 2 things. It's probably self-explanatory, but I'll mention it anyway. You need credits, and on top of that you actually need the materials as well, and this is where this particular crafter comes in. So if we go into the options for them, now as you're picking up items you can see that you've got an option to sell them or donate them. So a lot of people, their first instinct will be, okay, to level the crafter the best option must be to actually donate items to them. You can see that over here, and that's not actually the best way to level your crafters. So if we go back to sell, and what I'll do, I'll sell the items I've got at the moment. So there we go. If you hold down R2 you can actually quickly hit X to sell an entire category, and on top of that you can actually press left or right on the D-pad to switch between them, so you can get through, there we go, nice and quick that way. So that says we've made a bit of cash now rather than donating. So what we would do next, if we go to the actual buy menu, let's see, there we go. Now if you scroll down this particular menu you can see there's almost gold brown coloured items you can buy, and they're called Supplier Contact Information, Engineering Schematic Data, and Technical Readouts. Now we're actually going to buy these. This is what you're wanting to use all your hard-earned credits on. Now you also notice down the bottom it says refresh if we hit square. So if we hit this, the vendor will be refreshed, and there we go, we can actually buy more of them. So we'll keep doing that. You really can't have enough of these until your vendor is fully leveled, so we'll refresh it again, and there we go. So we've now got a stack of them. Now you notice the refresh section says refresh in 29 minutes and 30 seconds. So every 30 minutes you actually gain a refresh on this, so you want to go back to this vendor often, as long as you have credits, in order to keep stacking up all these particular crafting materials that we've just bought. So what we'll look at next is where you go to actually use these. So we've bought a ton of crafting materials, so what do we actually do with them? And this is where Felicia Holmes comes into use. So she's the Research and Development Analyst. We'll bring up her menu. Now you can see she's currently got 3 tiers. It's L1 all the way through to L3, and it starts with Engineering Research, logistics research, and then science research, and that actually equates to each of the 3 different vendors. So if we go for, let's say we went for engineering, and we can see that it takes 5 of the schematic data that we were buying from the previous vendor to actually craft this particular item. So what we'll do, hold down A, I hold down square even, so I'm used to using different controllers, and we've crafted that, and then we'll craft 1 of each so you can actually see. We've got quite a lot of these. I've been holding on to them for the purpose of doing this video so I could show it off. We've actually got a ton of them there, 107. It's a huge amount. And we'll go through and craft as many as we actually can here from each tier. Or we'll do 1 from each tier even. That way you can see the different experience you get for using these. That's all the level 2 ones done. Now let's do the level 3. We don't have enough there, we're missing 2. Level 3 take a lot of items and they actually cost a lot. You can see it's 40,000 it costs there. Well, let's just do 1 of them just to show it off. Right, so we've now crafted all these particular items. So what we want to do now is we go to our inventory. There we go there. And then supplies, so we hit R2. Scroll up to boxes, and we can see all those different items that we crafted are now actually here. So you've got the level 1, the level 2, and you've even got the level 3 there. So we'll start off, we'll open a, let's see, we'll go for a level 1 logistics now. If we open this, we get the snazzy little visual for it. And then we can see it's actually dropping some more of these schematics which we can use, and on top of that it's dropped a level 1 logistics division research report, and that's the important part. But let's look for the, let's see, the level 2 logistics. And we'll open this. Same idea, we've got some crafting mats and we've got the level 2 logistics division report. And then we'll open level 3. And not surprisingly you will get the level 3 report as well. You probably guessed that already. There we go, we can see that there. So what we actually do now, we go to miscellaneous and we can see we've got each of the reports here. So I'll click on this first one and you can see that logistics division has gained a whopping 10,000 experience points. If we go for a level 2, we have 25,000 experience points. Once that's away, let's click the third one, a whopping 50,000 experience points. So that is a far quicker way of actually leveling your crafters than if you were to use the donate option. So I would highly recommend doing that. Now I don't have my crafters leveled to level 20 yet, and I have been getting a lot of questions about how we should actually use these crafters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow my own advice and I'm going to get them up to level 20 as soon as I can. Once I've done that, I'll then look to put out a video that will discuss the different crafters and what they're able to offer and how you want to utilise them the most. Now, since actually recording this video, I've picked up a lot of hints and tips myself through actually levelling the crafters. I now have them all at max level. So what we'll do is we'll essentially be calling this version 1.1 in this guide, and I'll do this with any of my guides. If enough things change, I'll quickly re-upload the video and I'll add a little update section at the end. So the information that feels relevant is I will mention that if you find you've got a lot of credits and the actual logistics division isn't refreshing fast enough for you to spend all them and you really want to level your crafters, feel free to donate as well on top of that. Now, saying that, I will mention, and it's something I should have emphasised originally a bit more, is when you're using the method we've looked at in the video of buying the different research and then donating it in, when you do this, you'll notice when we open the boxes you actually get crafting materials back, and on top of that you actually get a chance of rare recipes as well, and I've managed to unlock the ability to craft some pretty awesome artefacts. I'll show them off in another video. Now finally, I'll just mention if you have a lot of credits again and you're needing your logistics division to refresh, so you've used the free refreshes and you need to wait a further 90 minutes for another free, what you can actually do is you can actually buy logistics crafting material as well, and that way when you level up your logistics division crafter, it actually regains all these free charges, which means you can in turn then buy more crafting materials again. So if you put all that together, you'll find you'll be able to level them even quicker than we were originally, which was pretty quick in the first instance. But overall, I hope this was all useful. Thanks for tuning in for this video, and I'll see you all again soon.